Wakefield Brewster is a Toronto-born poet and literacy advocate who moved to Calgary 18 years ago to pursue his artistic career. In 2022, Wakefield was named as Calgary's new Poet Laureate, and this past November, he kicked off the latest season of the TD Amplify Series with Wakefield Brewster Presents. It was a unique take on cabaret featuring up-and-coming artists in dance, classical music, jazz, and spoken word. This week, the second edition of Wakefield Brewster Presents will take place at the Engineered Air Theatre in Arts Commons in Calgary. In celebration of Black History and Black Futures Month, Wakefield will be showcasing local emerging artists originally from Suriname, Botswana, and Nigeria. Here to tell us more about these special shows is Wakefield Brewster. Hello, Wakefield.
Hello, and how are you today?
I'm great. Thanks very much for joining us today on CKUA.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, first off, how did the first Wakefield Brewster Presents, how did that event go in November? Did it meet your expectations or what you were trying to achieve?
Well, Lisa, I'll tell you, I heard it was hot. I heard people loved it. And I have to say, I loved it. I loved it not because I was behind the scenes producing. I loved it because I had no idea what was going to be produced. Those artists absolutely bedazzled and absolutely bewildered me with the collaboration creativity that they expressed on that stage. Okay. It was just fantastic.
So tell us about this next installment of Wakefield Brewster Presents. Who are you showcasing this time and why did you choose them?
We're looking at Makaila Kongnitman, Dizzy Waka, Ado Nkemka, and Okechukwu Namchi. We have dance, music, hip-hop, and spoken word, poetry and spoken word. That's number one. They cross the genres, some main genres where everyone can find a familiarity. Number two, my whole theme behind my mentorship at Arts Commons with the TD Incubator is people puzzle. And it is reaching outside of your personal box to find those pieces in unexpected, serendipitous locations that you weren't even looking for and complete your personal puzzle, whether it be professional or personal, better than ever. Now, that is what I feel was embraced by the first cohort. This cohort still has that element of a mosaic of a puzzle in the sense that it's Black History Month. We have 4 Black artists. They cross all the genres, the major genres, to complete an artistic puzzle. But instead of collaborating, which is what we saw last time with the cohort, this is a collaboration almost in chapters, almost in pieces. It is one puzzle piece at a time rather than laying down the tiles one over another or subsequently like a mosaic. These look like chapters of artistry inside of representing Black voices, Black art, Black contributions to the creative community of Calgary.
I like that idea, people puzzle. That's great. Did you have something like this when you were becoming or coming up as a poet? And if so, how did it help you? And if not, how do you think it would have helped you?
Let me put it eloquently. Let me put this eloquently. Did I have this growing up? Hell's no. Yeah. Did not. That is exactly one of the driving forces behind why I do anything. There are things that I know I've needed, Lisa. I know I've needed them and I didn't get them. Boo-hoo. It's not a pity party. That's not it. But I believe as I get older, every single adult, influence, teacher, mentor, whomever I needed in my life, getting to hear that I didn't have, that's who I must be for whomever needs it on their way up.
Now, speaking of that and helping people come up, you do have 2 more of these events lined up in April and June. Why is this diverse cabaret-style event so appealing to audiences and to performers?
I think it's appealing for the very sake of, well, variety is the spice of life. Cabaret is variety. You can't get lulled to sleep inside of a performance or a particular medium because it's going to switch on you. Just give it a few minutes. It's just like Calgary weather. Come on. That's the kind of cabaret I like to have. And I believe that people like Calgary weather being sometimes unpredictable. It gives your day a bit of an edge. And that's what I'm looking to do with these cabarets. Make sure people stay awake, stay engaged, and really enjoy themselves. No one loves every art form as much as the other. So if there are some that you don't particularly enjoy, guess what? You get to be exposed to something that may just need a little more exposure before it sits on your palate properly. And you might get that taste at TD Incubator with the Amplified Series. I'm just excited all the time because really it's a roll of dice and it's a winning number every time.
That sounds amazing. Lastly, I'm catching you just as you're about to go teach some or talk to some grade 7 students about poetry.
Little buggers!
What do you love about that? That sounds sounds like a lot of work, but is this something that you find important?
Lisa, this is probably about the most important engagement, not of my laureateship, but of my role in my communities. As a poet and spoken word artist, it's easy to reach the adult worlds and the creative worlds and influence them. But it is every action of an older generation that impacts the lives of the younger generations. So for me to be allowed into charter schools, public schools, Catholic schools, and private schools, I am in all of them, including universities and post-secondary. I am blessed, honored, elated, flattered, grateful that adults, faculty, parents of students believe I am an important, positive disruption inside of these students' literacy learning evolutions.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Wakefield, for taking the time to talk about what you've been doing and about this Wakefield Brewster Presents. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you so very much.